There you go. Everybody's ready for the final day of games of this week. We're back down to the 3 games per day schedule. I'm Toby, joined by Cormac, and we've got 3 games of Miramar coming your way in just a little while. But first, Cormac, let's just talk over kind of what we've been through this week. Yesterday, in particular, was a pretty interesting day.
It was the nicest day of the week in my eyes.
Really?
For games.
Yeah.
We had crazy finishes. We had military base.
Yeah.
We had deep south, deep north. It was just absolutely crazy with the plays. And of course, some surprising results.
Indeed, and one thing we do see here is finally the Giant and Northern Lights have been thrown off the throne, sitting in first place no longer. Now Gamerlegion and NoTech has surpassed them, and honestly, off of the 2 final games there yesterday, they did manage to get themselves a bit of a dip on it too. Northern Lights 2 16th place games in a row to finish off the day. That means that they're now sitting, I mean, what is this? This is going to be 17 points out of first place.
Yeah.
And they were in it with 30 points down to second.
Before yesterday, they had an average point per game of about 8.5. Now they dropped down to 5.9 points per game, which is just, it's not the best for them. But either way, they've got another day to rack the points back up.
For sure. Another team that had themselves a rough day yesterday, Zoekt Een Naam. They did not manage to get anything going. I think I saw a tweet from T-Bone saying something like, at least we were consistent. We got a point in every game. Something like that. And that's of course, not really the goal you want to set yourself at any point. But then, I mean, to finish things off yesterday, Quickmath. You have done some Quickmath to kind of show about how nuts that game was for them.
Like, they've had, yesterday, Quickmath scored 17 points in one game.
17 kills in
17
one game.
kills, sorry.
Yeah.
That was 33% of their total kill points up until that point, up until that game. So it was crazy. We see Mize on the side of Quickmath has jumped up the kill leaderboard to 22 kills in total of this week so far.
8 of them in one game.
I know.
That is
absolutely crazy stuff.
That is pretty insane. Of course, point system, I take for granted that you guys are all familiar with it. If you're not, straightforward, it's 10 points per kill. That would be nice. 10 points for a win and 1 point per kill. And then you have the entire right side of the leaderboard, 9th through 16th place. That's the big one. They get a big fat 0 in regards to placement points if they do manage to go out down there. So, of course, get yourself up in those placement points, but most importantly, get some kills with it too. Yeah,
we all know by now that kill points are the most important aspect of getting high up in the standings. And the teams I'm going to be looking out for in the final games of week 6 is going to be We Need a Home and 4AK.
We have 2 games starting at the same time today.
Okay.
I think you guys are being a little misled here. We have we have 3 games today, as far as I've been told. At least we're finishing on the 24th game today. But in any case, well, of course, I mean, if we get to cast 4 games, I'll be all joyful. That's gonna be amazing. I'm pretty confident.
Are we going to go back in time?
Yeah, we're gonna go back in time and play the 25th game again. I'm pretty sure that it's 24 games ago. So do not worry. But what you should worry about if you're a player in this match is where are you going this time around? For me, Miramar has been more. It's kind of interesting because normally it's the other way around. But for me, Miramar in this group of teams has been more consistent in where teams have been dropping than it has on Erangel.
Okay.
And that's not something we see too often. There hasn't been a whole lot of diversion as to where teams have been dropping. Sure, Besiktas, they've been a little around. They've gone to Masera a couple of times. Zoekt Een Naam, we know they have their splits. And Avangar as well, they can go multiple places, but they've kind of stuck to that. They haven't really deviated too much from it, whereas to on Erangel, they've been all over the place.
Do you think it's because, and you'll know this answer more than me, do you think it's because they're more comfortable in Erangel as a map as a whole compared to Miramar?
That obviously plays a factor. The fact that they know the map as well as they do, so it doesn't matter too much where they go because, well, most likely they've played every single inch of that map at some point. But believe me, there are still uncharted territories on Miramar for some of these players. When you go far enough out on those edges, I'm looking like north of La Copraria, I don't think I've ever seen a game end all the way up there. And there's going to be dips where people are like, oh my God, this spot is amazing, but how often are you going to be able to use it, right?
Exactly.
So you don't really know those things. So for sure it plays a factor, but what's the actual reason, like the complete reason for it? I'm not quite sure. Circle, though, You like crazy circles, right, Cormac?
Yeah, like I literally have to stretch over the edge to try and see
the hole.
Let me just push my stomach in there while I dive forward. But
can't see the whole thing.
That's a bit of a crazy circle to begin with. Obviously, very occupying the water. About 50. It must be about 50%.
Yeah, that is a whole hell of a lot of water, and that grin is what all the viewers will have right now. Everyone but players will be sitting with that smile on their face, looking at that circle. We did see Winside. They jumped down kind of in the middle of everything. Yep. They normally go up in the northeastern side. Well, not necessarily that far north, but they'll go up in that direction. And because Besiktas, they were going Impala, you saw No Tag and the Desperados as well. They were jumping up in that direction. That was them saying, do we really want to contest vehicles with them? We know no one's dropping that center, so that could potentially be a chance for us. But speaking of Winside, fake. He finds himself an easy one. Well,
the Winside, you got to be careful when you drop near where Desperado are used to dropping. There's, you got to be careful that you don't get yourself caught out. And that's death going over to Winside already. Start the game, first couple of minutes, not what Winside want as a team.
No, that's an unfortunate way to start off the game. And of course, but for Desperados, they got themselves that win in the, some would argue, controversial finish off to the game with the West of School ending. We did, I don't want to say, we did kind of over-exaggerate our reactions. I mean, in all honesty, the camera was thrown back to us 1 second after it happened, and there was no way of collecting the amount of info that we would need in order to grasp what happened. But it was a good game, a good play by Desperados, and them getting off to a good start here as well. Well, who knows what can happen.
As you do see 4AK, as I mentioned, they're a side that do need a powerful performance going into these games. They're currently lying in 15th place, only 58 points. And when you look at even 11th place and 12th place, they're on over 100 points. So they're the guts of 50 behind. And
it's kind of crazy considering, because 4AK, I mean, I don't know if it's because they did go away from, they've changed up both their loot spots. They never used to drop Montenuevo, and they used to always go Military Island, and now they do neither of those. Now they do Montenuevo, but they used to go up north, right? So now they've changed up things completely, and that could play a factor. Normally we say, but it's just that first circle or two, then it doesn't matter where you landed, because you could be anywhere in the map, right? But I think for 4AK, it might actually have played a bit of a factor, because they were looking as confident as Northern Lights can look coming off of Miramar, of military. They tend to be able to do the same. Asterin now spotted out. Fix, but seems like he's going to be able to get away.
Yeah, get on your bike, as the saying goes, and he's got on his bike and he's getting on out of there. Avangar also a team that have looked a bit stronger yesterday, but they're by no means are they in the safe zone, because they are holding that 12th spot. Toby with 104 points.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The Uber has arrived, and these fellas will make their rotation on in towards the circle. I mean, they are in already, but find themselves a better spot. Most likely taking that high ground position just east. And of course, for those of you guys watching out there, if you are privileged enough... Oh, goodbye, Buggy. That's Rita again. She did that exact same thing with a vehicle yesterday. Fortunately, there was a rock there. But if you do have 2 monitors, then toss up that map stream.
Of course.
It's going to help you, especially if you're trying to learn more about competitive PUBG, if you're trying to really educate yourself on those teams and how they play and what they do, maybe trying to incorporate some things for your own team. Make sure to hit that that map stream as well. It's really useful.
Even opening another tab and then just flick to it every now and again.
Going back and forth every now and again, In the more quiet moments like now, sure, when we do see the map now, which is amazing, but sometimes when we're panning around watching the looting and watching rotations, sometimes you can get a bit of a better picture, better idea of the whole grand scheme of things when you do see the overall view.
Especially when you see these crazier circles come out for these teams, see how they respond and how they map their way, no pun intended.
For sure. I mean, I get what you're saying. And there's a reason it's called the map to begin with.
Yeah.
Zoekt Een Naam, they're sitting down south in the exact same position that we've seen them play from before. And, it makes sense for them to be there because they've had a game where they won it in the group stages where they were down there. And they also had a pretty decent game in the one that didn't go all the way down to that southern island. When they had that position to play from.
I believe they came second or first in one of the games that was
exactly.
in around the south area.
Yeah.
So They can make the circle count, get into a good position, and of course we know they can get kills. We know they can get these really strong performances. Of course, they're lying in 4th place. Speaks for itself.
I mean, that's one of the things, right? Because until yesterday, I mean, I never wanted to say Quickmath can't get kills because they can, and they clearly proved it yesterday. But until yesterday, I never took them, and kind of still don't take them, as one of the very, really 4v4 fight heavy heavy guns in that regard. But they are extremely wise on their rotations. They have a magic ability to find that quiet side of the circle so many times, and that's why I think they're sitting, if not at the top, then somewhere close to it in regards to placement points. It's just them not really getting the kills, but them getting a 17-kill game yesterday and keeping all 4 players alive until the very end. That's just, I mean, me saying, okay, now clearly everyone can do exactly what they want in this group.
You know, and I believe that 27-pointer, again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, I think that is the highest point finish for a game we've had in the finals.
It is. We haven't had anyone with 17 kills so far. So that is indeed the highest point mass we've had in one game overall.
And as you do see, Tua Yuho.
Yeah.
And a couple of shots into the boom. I know you correct me on the name. Did I say that right that time?
It was correct.
Yeah,
no, that was very good. Very good.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's correct. I've said it like that, and I've never been corrected. So I guess that's, at least that's his name for now until he reaches out and says, it's incorrect. Ultra, he's going to go down 2 heavy hitters in both Besiktas and NoTag. They have played extremely well on Miramar, respectively. And, well, I mean, now they're in a bit of a skirmish here. Ultra get knocked, but looking at the map and seeing where they are, I was going to say he can get rest, but that is not going to happen.
As you do see, Givet, who is a top fragger for week 6 so far, and a total of 27 kills.
He is.
Make that 28 for now.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. And he is the highest damage dealer as well right now with 5,719 damage in week 6.
That is a nice memory you got there.
I wish it was in my
memory, right?
Oh, of course,
Easily,
all off
easily,
memory.
yeah.
Totally don't have notes written down at all.
Moonwolf, we've been I don't want to say missing them because we've seen them in the last 2 weeks of group stages. It just had Moonwolf written all over it. But here in the final stage, just have not seemed to get into the same gear that they finished off the group stages in. And well, now they got themselves a knock on towards Derek. We'll see if they can get some more of it.
Well, once again, they haven't had a game over 10 points. They haven't had a double-digit finish. And when you're looking at points average in 12th rates of about 5 or 6, you want to get the high point finish in 1 or 2 of the games to help.
So everyone that were in before pretty much also in now. The only guys that are really missing now are the guys that are far out on the edge. We do see Tornado Energy. They're out on the other side. Yeah. Taking themselves a spot on the bridge and now starting to drive over. That's going to be risky. You have Zoekt Een Naam in a 3-way split on the other side of the water. Desperados are coming in from the southeast as well. And you can see the knock that came in on towards Derek. I think Moonwolf want to finish it off as well.
Yeah, Razu, Ogu, they're going to have to be a bit careful because there's 2 of them in that one small kind of corner. A nice solid grenade coming out from We Need a Home could be the difference maker for themselves.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to play around those areas of the map, that's for sure. Aspirin trying to flank around the side down there. We did see one of the Tornado players indeed get taken down by Zoekt Een Naam, so the push across proved fatal for Combat. Of course, 3 teammates still alive. Tuck goes down. He gets finished off immediately too, and multiple fights all of a sudden starting to take place.
Yeah, and then on the side, we did see Derek lose his life on a side note.
Moonwolf, they annihilated We Need a Home.
Yeah. Wow, okay, wow.
That was quickly.
Cool.
Taking out all of them, not a whole lot more to it than that. They're going to go down in 15th place. Of course, not the start they want to have to this day either. Haven't really come off to the best week at all. The guys in We Need a Home. Asterin spots out 1. He is the flank. They have lost Tog already, though, so he really needs to have high impact in this fight.
Okay, so we see he didn't go directly for the shot for the play. He is kind of covering the side, just keeping it, peeking it, communicating with the rest of his team. Northwest did take a bit of damage, Toby.
So he knows where Northwest is. He's going to come back up. But Asterin is all about determining when do I start shooting. How do I go about this? When you saw Havaki, he was kind of looking over in that direction, thinking something's not feeling right here, guys. There could potentially be one flank because they got that first knock. And now they will get themselves one taken down. Havaki immediately down. He gets flashed in there as well.
Perfect. Exactly what Avangar needed to do.
And
they
disengage.
And disengage, exactly, because they were in a 3v4 situation. getting that kill. It's going to push 4AK back, and also it does evens the score if they were to engage further onto Avangar.
And you can see Astrid, I mean, him taking the sprint here is the only right choice to make, as the guys in 4AK, they were coming for him immediately after. But he was fortunately already long gone. Quickmath, they're on the top side of the circle. They've just made their way in, currently getting a little bit of a bullet spree going on over from PG and from the guys in Moonwolf, so they're being told that this ain't no entry point for you, but we'll see if they can make it further.
Even Northern Lights, I believe, are taking a couple of pot shots towards Quickmath's direction, so they'll want to be careful. They don't necessarily need to move forward, I feel, and there's a bit too much of a risk right now for them if they're taking shots from 3 different angles and 3 different teams.
Yeah.
So just hold off, wait and see as the next circle is going to start showing its ugly head, as some teams might call it, depending on if it goes their way or not.
There is still a chance that we head down south to the island. We've seen it before. It was chaos. It was horrible, but at least me and James had a laugh, and I'm sure the viewers did too. We'll see if we get the benefit of getting one more of those crazy ones, or if indeed we'll go north, and north we go, pretty much excluding all the water. And if you're Se7en, if you're Northern Lights right now, even considerably if you're Gamerlegion, you might want to consider ganging up as 4, because having these splits at this point with so few compounds to play around is going to be hard to obtain.
Yeah, because teams are going to be looking to get into their position as a full squad, so you can get flushed in a 2v4 situation, so you are kind of dead right. But Se7en Esports, they're getting into the vehicles, they're moving in forward. Quickmath have made the play to push on forward, but they are a little bit split for now, as Mise is separated.
He's holding the angle. He knows that Zoekt Een Naam. He knows that Quickmath are indeed up here. They're rotating around, but we're behind them. Seems like they're just going to go back to stay in the compound they were in just before. No reason for them to go aggro anywhere when they have hard cover available.
We see Desperado down south. They're taking a couple of pot shots onto 4AK. Ronnie is firing back, in fairness. But right now, Die is looking for Quickmath. Quickmath are just ducking underneath that little bit of ridge in the low ground, just to try and keep themselves out of trouble.
Using that terrain to dodge all the bullets coming their way. Mise using the compound to stay out of harm's way from the Moonwolf fire coming his direction too. And Quickmath right now, at least, I mean, they won't be able to move anywhere. And worst comes to worst for them, if the next circle goes away from them, I don't think neither Moonwolf, PG, or Northern Lights, for that sake, will move until they've taken out Quickmath.
Exactly, so I do feel a little bit for Quickmath in their position for now, but we are 40 minutes in. We have 52 players alive and a grand total of 15 teams still showing their faces in this first game. As we know, only 3 games, well, when I say only 3 games, 3 games today, back to normal schedule for the finals. All in Miramar. Let's see what's going to happen in this first.
Yeah, Clippy got taken out rather quickly, and of course, Besiktas, I'm pretty sure they know of the rest of the Riddle players' position. You can see Simsi wanting to push up, but Yord is driving all the way underneath him. I'm not sure exactly what this split push is all about. Maybe he just wanted to get over to the other side of the circle. I'm not sure. Maybe he's just doing a full 360 to kind of scan the territory. It's like the UAV, but on wheels.
Okay, he's going outside the circle, which I don't disagree with, because you're less likely for teams to kind of look there at that point. It's always risky when you kind of drive in Miramar at any stage, especially on your own, because there's so many hills and dips that you can get stuck on. But either way, he's surviving for now.
He made his way all the way around Besiktas, and somehow he's going to get back up towards his teammates. I'm not sure, again, what the point of this drive around was, but I think with the fire coming in from Besiktas, he couldn't really just make the turn over because he would have left himself in a somewhat vulnerable position. Exactly. He took the long route, and somehow he made it to the compound anyway. Well,
job done. Doesn't necessarily matter how you do it. Once you get it done, once you're able to move on forward as a squad.
Yeah, and this is exactly the circle I was talking about just before. Look at Quickmath now. They have to rotate east, and Moonwolf, they're just going to follow them as far as they can. There's a bit of a ridge line down there that you should be able to hide in, but it's not going to be an easy drive at all.
Moonwolf have stayed in this same compound for the last a good about 7-8 minutes, doing exactly what they need to do, being firing shots off around Quickmath's direction all the time, as 4AK Northwest looking for Tornado Energy, but not finding it.
Yeah, 4AK, either they need to get themselves some knocks now, or they need to get rotating, because they're outside of the circle, arguably one of the teams that are the furthest out, and they have a bit of a journey ahead of them, because all the teams they're shooting at, well, they're all closer towards the circle than what they are.
As we did see Hani on the side of Riddle getting taken out, so Riddle down to 2 members, Horde and Zinzin, the only ones left going. As
They need to watch out here.
yeah, Desperado and Tornado Energy going at each other. Example gets knocked down by a fantastic frag grenade coming out from Calvin Klein.
They're not making it easy to be a Tornado Energy player, and Calvin finishes off the last as well. That is going to be the entirety of Tornado Energy completely annihilated. We did see Comfort go down earlier to Zoekt Een Naam, but here Calvin cleans up the rest and secures himself the points. And they might want to stick around here, because as you can see, both Zoekt Een Naam and 4AK, they're pushing up the hill, but Ivel missing shots. We rarely ever see this happen.
That's not the best. I know he was on his own, but you kind of think he could at least have gotten one knock, potentially a kill, before getting fragged out.
We have seen a lot of teams, a lot of players on individual basis just whiffing shots this week. I'm not sure what it is, because I'm not going to take anything away from them. Ivel is a great fragger. He always hits his shots, but right there, just not connecting.
No, just not indeed. Sometimes, hey, look, we're all human. We all have a bad day, a bad game, a bad play.
He needs a new gaming chair.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It's always about those gaming chairs. I've heard they
well,
can,
I thought they blamed the mouse and keyboard.
Oh, the keyboard, of course. Yeah, that's also a thing. Okay, bro, his head has been seen, but then it's always by himself, so he's, for good reason, not taking these shots.
No. Crazy is by okay, bro side. Then it's just proning his way up, crawling, creeping, being a little bit careful. He is, as far as I know, the only one left on the side of Winside. So that's played super duper safe.
Desperado's taken out. Calvin gone down, fake to follow. Ronnie and Arrows from each their team delivering the fire needed to deal with Desperados. They're going to go out in 14th place. So despite, I mean, they did get points with them. They got out the full wipe on Tornado Energy. So they should be all right. You can see no tag here. They're trying to get inside this compound. It's open. It's free. It's available. But they're not quite there yet.
Hey, they're finding it hard to get there, but let's see if they can make it. On a side note, definitely impressive for AK so far in this first game. As I said, they need a good performance. Wiping out Desperado, who have looked strong over the last couple of days, is going to be good for their confidence. But right now, Zinzin gets taken out. Riddle have been squad wiped. They go down in 13th place.
Riddle out and Gamerlegion. Well, they've been quiet so far, but now they spot out Page. They got themselves a finish up onto the other Zoekt Een Naam player. And now Bjorn, a little off and away from his teammates, finds himself northwest. And now you can see all the teammates in Gamerlegion are full sprinting down to help Bjorn back up. But not going to happen. He's going to get knocked, and I don't think there's going to be risk coming in there.
No tag team helping 4K right now. With those knocks, with those kills, as Give It takes down Bjorn. Not surprised, because he's a top fragger so far from week 6. Is Nail Up looking for Gamer? Looking for Maxidor.
Yep, not gonna happen though. Max is all finished off. Noctiv, all he can do is sit there and watch his friend go down in flames. He's still not inside the circle yet either, so he's in for a rough one. This crate, is it gonna bait these over towards him? Former teammates, Decent and Noctiv. Nothing is gonna happen off it though. Hamster though gone down on the backside of things, and Snail Up pushing up towards him.
He sees Mac and Dark side of Gamerlegion. Oh, just can't make those shots right now, and he's gonna move away for now. On a side note, Nemerth from PG18, he has the 3rd place highest knocks right now in week 6 of 18. So he's been a real nice playmaker for his team, just to help to secure those kills with those knocks.
It's always crucial to have a guy that can land those shots, especially when it all gets heated on. Up Nixty, he's going to go down. Mac and landed all the shots needed there. So that's going to leave Ronnie Cray all by himself too. And all of a sudden, we're moving further out into the open. And with this next circle shift, if we go north, I mean, there's going to be no compounds left. And it's all going to be Only never man for himself in the open fields.
Never mind the fact that no tag team are going to have to go across the road. They're going to have Besiktas having to go across the road, and of course Ronnie Cray going to have to try and cross that road.
And you can see the roads right here. They're not exactly fun to maneuver around on. Big, wide roads, pretty much just death man's land.
Quizzy is made over, but yeah, no, he's made over in the right direction. Although he's a little bit on his own for now. But right now, Paige in behind those hay bales.
Wow!
Gets a fantastic knockdown and kill onto Washout.
That was a good double tap coming in from Paige, and he sees the rest of the Moonwolf players now too. But being a solo player, how aggressive do you really want to go here? Of course, not everyone knows where you are. And what I think he needs to do right now is keep all these guys at bay, because once they come within nade distance, that's going to be where things get tricky.
That is very true. Talking about keeping at bay, Simsy and the rest of Besiktas are getting put into a bit of a corner for now from Northern Lights. There's also Denethor, who's creeping around, but he is outside the circle, although he's going to be able to get in there before he gets himself out. But either way, if he can push on forward and hopefully get Winside a couple of placement points, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
New circle pops, 7 sitting pretty well in it already. Page is going to be in it too, but he's currently sitting in a spot that I would assume other teams will be trying to get towards. We have Gamerlegion on the southern side. The last remaining player for AK is being Ronnie Craig down there as well. And then we have all the guys here from NoTag seeming to run down south as well.
The slight advantage NoTag have is that they are full squad, so they can use those resources, they can use those smoke grenades, and possibly to kind of, you know, make that trail around one at a time and to help protect themselves. But it's never a full security, right? There's always that risk.
That's true. Page finds himself Arco. The Snow is there to shoot him in return. That's a bullet in the face. Not what you want to have happen. I don't think Page has any nades left. Nope, and he's going to go down in the end of things too. Not a whole lot more he could do there, unfortunately. Zoekt Een Naam, 11th place for them. Not sure exactly how many kills they got, but at least Page managed to find himself a few.
We did see Winside go down. I don't know if that was before or after Zoekt Een Naam. I'd be interested to see on the standings whoever did secure maybe that first point
it's Winside
for their team. Was it Winside?
8th place for Winside, yeah. Moonwolf out as well. And now Gamerlegion pushing on forward here. They have a potential to hold off the Besiktas team as PG and Se7en Esports. They get into a bit of a close quarter fight here too.
You have the grenade being thrown, and Nalo gets knocked down by Frank. That was a great frag coming out for him. And he's going to be able to look to heal himself up for now. I thought that was a knockdown, my humble apologies. As Yannick knocks down Frank in the process.
Yannick really wanted to get the flush in there, secure some points, but not going to happen. He is going to go down, and that's going to be PG out in 7th place. Unfortunately for them, they had a tough fight at hand with Se7en Esports simply just having the better position to fight from. And I mean, the 7 played extremely well there. Might even be able to get the rest on up to their teammate. Yep, does happen, and they stay with 4 guys alive. Impressive feat coming out from Se7en Esports. Besiktas, they made their way over to the other side of the road, but it ain't going to be easy.
No, they see Northern Lights in the bush. There's also Gamerlegion to the left of them, so they are really going to have to be careful. But they did manage to cross the road, more importantly. Yeah. That's really not the... that's one step in the right direction.
But look at where they're going to have to run here. This is an open downhill Sims. He swaps on over. 1 gets spotted, 2 gets spotted. They're both going to go down in return, though. And that's going to be all of Besiktas completely wiped out. Krabbig and Buster together, saving Gamerlegion as best as they could. Mackin and Fex, they were not ready for it at all. They turned around, they applied some pressure, but in the end, it was the guys up here on top of the hill who dealt all the damage and got all the kills.
I've always wondered why their team colors are so similar. Now it all makes sense. Now it all makes sense. So, yeah, that was a bit unfortunate for Besiktas.
Yeah.
They weren't necessarily to know that. But hey, look, when you have a bit of luck when you're a Gamerlegion, you have a bit of luck. But they are definitely going to have to be very careful because Northern Lights and Se7en Esports are kind of each direction of them.
And a team that has once again found their way into the top 5.
Yep.
Quickmath. I do not know how they do it. It was a thing in the beginning of the phase 1 group stages. They were just in those late games all the time. And well, in all honesty, they seem to be able to do it here as well.
They have good point standing so far. They've had some on and off results, but when they've had decent results, they've had decent results, couple of 14 points, and of course, as we talked about, the 27-point game they had yesterday.
That was pretty damn insane. Northern Lights, though, they want to get back into that first place spot. They're still alive with 4 guys up. Have the high ground as well, so a good position to play from, at least for now. They are on the eastern side of the circle, though.
Yeah, Northern Lights, they had a 10-point game, 2-point, and 2 0-point games yesterday. So kicking today off with a good result will be exactly what they need to boost their confidence. They only have 4 kills so far, though, and with 14 players left alive. They want to get as many kills as possible.
So, okay, bro, Perfectix both gone down so far. Quiz like, I know there's one inside that smoke. Jupsig, where the hell are you? And down the backside of things, we saw Se7en currently pushing up towards Quickmath. They know they're up and around here, and they should be coming in real soon as well. Jupsig does get found by Quizzy in the end of things, and that's going to be no tag out in 5th place. But Misa now spotting out Krabik. That's 2 shots connected back to back.
I was really hoping he'd get that 3rd one off to get that knockdown, but didn't quite work out. What's really good for Northern Lights is that no tag team are currently in 1st place, so taking out the 1st place overall team is going to be very good as Misha gets that play.
Headshot coming in both ways. They knew exactly where to hit it. They were peeking from the same angle twice, and that's going to help me show that the guys in the top can indeed both land these shots. He has a chance here. Spots out Mackin. There's still one more player in Fex to deal with, and I don't think he knows exactly where he is. And honestly, Quizzy is completely isolated from his teammates, but this is what he can do. 5 kills to his name already. 6 in total for the team.
Whoa, no way. No way. 2 health. Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
That's fortunate. And now he gets the heal back up, and Se7en can only sit back and wonder how in the universe they didn't get a knock on that one.
So as you do see this circle closing in, we're down to 4 teams, 12 players alive. I would say that like Northern Lights hold the best spot right now, or
deep spots them out. Yeah, they do. They do indeed. They've just taken full control of the circle. Se7en and Quickmath, they were so concentrated on each other that they pretty much allowed for Northern Lights to push around the side, and they've now found themselves a good position.
Although one thing for Northern Lights is they are separated a bit more than Se7en Esports, and we see that first kill from Krabix getting on to Perfectix.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots coming in towards Quickmath. They have been tanked through their mets, they've been tanked through their utility, and also their Kevlar and helmets, I'm afraid. Krabik, though, does go down. 8 kills so far for Se7en, and whether they go out now or not, it's going to be a good game for them overall. And Silenzo down to the blue, that's unfortunate. Quickmath still alive and kicking. Quizzy comes in to help from the other side too now.
Yes, Quickmath do have to drive forward. They have to push their way through into circle. They're going to have to drive through Se7en Esports, and that's exactly what they tried to do, but it didn't quite work out. Se7en Esports get that squad wipe.
Now it's just Buster remaining. He's in the blue 1v3. That nade is going to be close, but not quite going to get him. 1 versus 3, Buster. What are you going to do here? You're up against the current first place team, and there's a chance. There's always a chance, but Quizzy of all players secures it. 9 kills for Northern Lights, and despite the fact that they went out twice in 16th place yesterday with big fat zeros, they've turned things around, and here they are once again trying to reclaim that first place spot.
Of course, they had just a great plays coming out from that first game. Their position was really accurate. At times, I thought they might have been a little bit too separated, but they got the angles, they got the position, and the confidence they have as individuals and as a team shone through in that first game.
I mean, Quizzy went down, took full control of the south side. They left OK Bro up on the hills to have the overview of everything, and then they had the 2 backup players in the middle to try and hold off whatever would come out towards them from the Se7en and the Quickmath fight. So overall, great play, great understanding of the terrain, and honestly, I mean, we saw them get 2 16th places yesterday. This could be a day with 2 wins, maybe even more than that with the way they played that first game.
Exactly. They could be slowly becoming the kings of Miramar.
You never know.
I want to give shout out to Quickmath. Another 3rd place finish for themselves.
Yeah.
Following on from yesterday, looking to climb up those standings, really gain that point difference from the teams below them, and really they look strong. They didn't make too many heavy plays, but as you point out, they got into the circle. They occupied those compounds, and when they needed to take those shots off, they did.
And that's what surprised us so much yesterday, because had it been any other, not any other, but had it been